I will be sending you the schedule. Listen, yesterday on Sunday, one of the tests was conducted on NAS, and I told you to to appear for that test. Learn manners. Don't interrupt in between. Let me finish what I want to say. So I just want to tell you, I conducted that test and I just tell you, Navya, stand up. Pranav, Shab, Suruchi, Tanmay. Pranav is online. So these students haven't appeared for the test. Can I know the reason? Please come forward and tell me. Because I found 5 defaulters in my class. These names were also, you can say I have sent names in written also, that these students haven't appeared for the test. Yes, in English 8th B group. Test was sent at 2 p.m. Link was shared. I waited till 7. Then Taranya, she made a list of defaulters. I have posted names of defaulters also. Now tell me, these 4 students and one is online, Pranay. What is the reason for not appearing in this test? Can you tell me? Whatever the instructions given in your exam, in your group, that is useless. Huh? Tell me. So we are going to discuss question answer. You just tell me the reason. Huh? For 6 hours. From 2 to till 10. For 6 hours you were playing there. Okay. It means for the whole Sunday you were so busy, you couldn't check WhatsApp. I don't want to listen these silly excuses. You could spare 5 minutes for your work. What, Suruchi? What about you? Okay. At what time she came back? Tanmay, you haven't seen. So you will be able to do today or not? If then no, then till what time? Till 4 p.m. I will be waiting. Then I will again send the names of defaulters. You have to post that screenshot only in that 8th B English group. So at 5 you can send. Okay, sit down. Online participants is only one, Sanvi Sharma. Only one. Now shall I start? Okay. Now there is a question, the summit within. So we were discussing question answers online. There is only one student. Others are sitting offline. So be attentive. I can ask this answer from any of the child. So the question we have is, how many questions we have discussed? 4. So 4 questions were discussed. Question number 5 is, he becomes conscious in a special manner of his own smallness in this large universe. This awareness defines an emotion mentioned in the first paragraph. Which is the emotion? See, very beautifully in first paragraph, it is given that he becomes conscious in a special manner of his all smallness in a large universe. It means when a person reaches at one goal, at a zenith, at a top. So here he is feeling that he is too small on this big universe, because from the top, from the zenith, whole of the world, whole of the universe is visible. Okay, tiny things are visible, and it seems that the person who is standing on the top, it means he is also a part of that universe. Very small drop like a sea in the sea, he is a very small part of the universe. So this has been described very beautifully. Now you have to tell how emotionally he thinks that he is only a small part, only a fraction of that. How would you tell? Tell me, how would you tell this thing? What is that emotion? It means when a person is reaching there, so he is feeling that he is very at the top and everybody is at his feet. So when a person reaches at there, so which kind of emotions are developed? Emotions, which kind of emotions are there? I'm saying that which kind of emotions are developed, because he is saying now that how manner of his smallness in this large universe. When a person is saying that I am very much small on this universe, so which kind of emotion that person will be having? Yes, very good. That person will be having the emotions of humility, down to earth, humble, down to earth, not proud or arrogance at all. Not proud and arrogance at all. It means that person will not be feeling any proud, because if such kind of words are occurring in his mind that this universe is too big and I am very much small, so which kind of emotions will be there? Which kind of emotions would be there? That humility is there, humbleness is there, down to earth, not proud, feelings, no arrogance. So such kind of emotions can be seen in that person when a person is standing at the top, but he is not feeling so much proud. He is thinking that this universe is too big and I am only a very small part of this universe. It means he has understood the depth of reality, that we are nothing. This universe is too big. We are only a small part of that. So the person would not be feeling proud. The person would not feel that, yes, I'm something. We are only a small part of this universe. Okay. So we should be down to earth. We should be humble. So such kind of expressions you can write down in this answer. Clear? So frame your answer. Frame your answer, all of you. Add your own points, pick up these hints, and raise your hand those who are ready with their answers. Humility means that I have told you to feel humble. So who is going to tell me? Only same blackboard content they have written and they are raising their hands. These are the hints. You add some point from your side also. Then frame your answer. Then raise your hand. Show your creativity also. Don't be a copycat. That you're writing from a blackboard and feeling so proud. Hurry up, write on your own. Tanmay, if you are not interested, you can sit at home. Yes, Tanmay? Okay, now, Pari, you tell me this answer. Harman.
When we reach at the top of anything, we feel the sense of smallness. But when we are down, we feel that we would reach the top and we would be a king or a special man. But on reaching the top, we feel that we are so tiny like the top of water.
So what kind of habit, what kind of feelings are developed? So you have to add these lines also. You haven't added. Now next question is, what were the symbols of reverence? What is the meaning of reverence? What is the meaning of reverence? It means respect. What are the symbols of reverence? Respect. Left by members of the team on Everest. It means there were so many people who reached at the zenith on the summit. So what kind of respect they were showing? What were they keeping there as a token of their respect? So here you can use the word different objects were kept there as a token of, tell me. Yes. So you have to name different objects as tokens of their respect or reverence. You can write down anything. So what was that? Yes, you tell me. So in this way, you will be writing your answer. You could describe it beautifully. When they reached that summit, they were so, you can say, thankful to God. They wanted to pay tribute. They wanted to pay homage. They wanted to pay tribute. They wanted to pay homage. to their God. So everybody was having different gestures, different objects, different gestures, different objects to show their reverence. So if you take the example of Ahluwalia, so he left a picture of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Rawat left a picture of Goddess Durga. Fu Dorji, he left a relic of the Buddha. And Edmund Hillary, he buried a cross under a coin. So these were all symbols of reverence. They wanted to pay tribute to homage. They wanted to show their reverence. They wanted to show their respect to their God. So in this way, they did these gestures. They represented it by doing these gestures. So you put these words, gestures, objects, tribute, homage, tokens of their respect. So add up all these things. Clear? Now who will be telling me this answer?
Different objects were taken by the climbers and kept there in reverence to God, as Major Atheist Ahluwalia has kept the photo of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Rawat left a photo of Goddess Buddha, and Fu Dorji left a relic of Buddha. Ironically, also buried a cross.
Good. Akul.
There were different things that were kept on the channel of Mount Everest as a token of reverence and the present. According to the text, different climbers kept religious pictures and signs to pay homage and thank God for everything.
Last one. Okay, same answer, this girl. Same answer. Last boy. Why? 3-4 students have given the answer. I have written the hints on the blackboard. Still you are saying no. Come here, sit at the first desk. Frame this answer with the help of these hints. You go at, okay, you can sit here. You tell me this answer. It is a very simple answer. Hints are given on page number 79. Hints are given on page number 79. Yes. Okay, good. Now, next question we have is, what according to the writer did his experience as an Everest teach him? So there are so many experiences. There are so many things that are learned by him. Everest has taught him not only one thing, there is a long list. So let's make this long list. Your answer is ready? Tell me. Student, those who have come to school without books, stand up. Show me your face. Let me announce your names. Those who are sitting in class, literature is going on, and they don't have books. Stand up. Your name is? Huh? Madhav Kapoor. Okay, Madhav Bari is not having book. He's sitting in class. Nandini. Nandini is also not having book and she is sitting in class. But if you don't have book, how can you understand the chapter? How can you write down the answers? Because sometimes you have to go in detail. You have to search for particular paragraph. So really shameful thing for you. That's why your answers are not ready and you are wasting your precious time. Sit down, take rest. Sit down. Take rest. Then your work will go pending. Yes. Tell me points. Yes.
According to the writer, the experience of him as an investor teach him that we people are so small, but we live in attitude. That's what that we want.
First thing is that we are small, but the world is too big. Then
By forgetting God and feel ourselves as supreme. This attitude comes from when we climb a summit by facing brutal struggle, and from the top view, we see ourselves as down to earth by feeling that how small we are from the mighty nature. Here
yes.
is an example of Mount Everest, and as it is not like a cup of tea for everyone.
एक minute. Harman has written this answer so beautifully using very good vocabulary words. Harman, you come here and write, speak this answer in front of the class.
According to the writer, the experience of him as an Everester teach him that we people are so small, but we live in attitude by forgetting God and feel ourselves the supreme. This attitude comes down when we climb a summit by facing brutal struggle, and from the top view, we see ourselves as down to earth by feeling that how small we are from the mighty nature. There is an example of Mount Everest, as it is not like a cup of tea for everyone.
Now, Taranya, you come and speak this answer. Harman, so well. Keep it up, Harman. Keep it up, Harman. Your content quality is too good.
His experience has taught him the inspiration to face life's ordeal in a determined manner. It also helped to reach the internal summit, which is equally worthwhile and higher than climbing Everest. It provided him to know fuller knowledge about himself. It changed him completely.
Good. You have done so well. Akul.
We can reach anywhere, we can climb anything like the writer did. He climbed the Everest and reached at the zenith. But something which he experienced and thought left some major questions. He was taught by the experience that we can climb anywhere physically, but firstly we have to reach and climb the summit inside us. It can't be climbed by anyone. We have to climb it.
Yes. It doesn't require only physical labor. One has to reach at summit internally. It means there can be a conflict of emotions, spirit. So we have to fight with all these emotions. We have to cope up with all these emotions. We have to fight with ourselves. Only then we can reach at summit and we can gain something. So keep your mask like this and you can talk. Ma'am will not be able to. That is a very good advantage of wearing a mask. Mask like this and you are talking. Ma'am is not able to recognize who is talking. Na? Last, Ananya, you come. Now, I'm noting on this thing.
Experience of having conquered Mount Everest changed him completely. It made him realize his own smallness as he reached on the top of the summit, and he thought that whole the world is so big, whole the universe is so big, and I am only a small piece of pie.
So this is the way. Yes, you come. Raj will come and he will be
The experience as an Everester taught him that to climb a summit or to do something adventurous, we don't need only physical strength, but we also have to make our mental, spiritual, and emotional strength also. And also we have to climb the summit that is within us, and it is much difficult to climb it than the real summit. We also have some qualities to reach at the zenith, like willpower, persistence, and endurance.
good. Very good. He has spoken so well. Arish, Raj, be ready afterwards. So today we are able to complete question answers. So you do these question answers in your fair notebook. Okay. I will check it. You have done these answers in fair. Have you done these answers in fair?
The experience of the writer as an Everester taught him many things. As the first thing that was taught to the author was we should have many qualities to reach the zenith, as we should have willpower, tolerance, and we should keep balance among the spiritual, mental, and physical power so that we could reach the zenith. The other thing is that when we uh, overcome obstacles, problems, and come out with flying colors, we feel very good and we have pleasure.
Okay, Rudrash, you come. You can stand there and speak. You tell me your answer. Now we have fill-ups. You have to write a sentence against each of the following statement. And your answer, your statement should explain your sentence should explain the statement. The experience changes you completely. It means one who has been to the mountain is never the same again. Man takes delight in overcoming obstacles. So find out same line related to that. Speak loudly. The obstacles in climbing a mountain are physical. A climb to the summit is a test of endurance and willpower. It is a change that is difficult to resist. So start from these obstacles in climbing a mountain are physical. A climb to a summit is a test of endurance and willpower. It is a challenge that is difficult to resist. Man takes delight in overcoming obstacles. Wrong. What will be second statement? Hurry up, find out. Wrong. Tell me what will be second answer. Everest is the highest. Find out content as it is from your book, which means this line. Everest is the highest and mightiest and has defied many previous attempts. Yes, very good. Who spoke? Okay. Now, let's discuss third statement. Mountains are nature at its best. It means when the summit is climbed, yes. No. So you find out these answers at home. We will be discussing tomorrow.